It's always nice to turn the tables on folks, and today we are doing exactly that. Coming up next is a voice you hear every Saturday morning here on the talk station, sitting in the seat I'm sitting in. But today, he's been moved. He's not here. He's on the other side of the table. As a matter of fact, doing the very same thing that hundreds, make that thousands, or maybe that's tens of thousands of people do every Saturday. They call the station and they talk to Gary Dean. But now we're talking to Gary Dean. He's holding the phone and I've got the microphone in my corner. Gary, it's nice to have the tables turned on you. Good afternoon to you, sir.
And now I'm frightened.
Yeah, this is a first-time call-in for you, isn't it? Anyhow.
Yeah, long-time listener, first-time caller, Lockwood,
Yeah. Hey, good afternoon to you. Okay, let's talk about
you too.
Let's talk about a recent posting, and of course, Gary Dean's with us this afternoon. The Dean of Swap, as he's known, here on the Swap Shop. You'll hear him this coming Saturday morning. Well, absent any major interruption in his life.
Yeah, really.
I'm wondering if the protesters are coming in from Portland. No, let's hope not. Yeah. Anyhow, Gary, you posted something on Facebook about an event. You've been working, you've retired, but you are failed at retirement, so you're constantly finding something to do. You've been working at various activities, of course, here at the Swap as Dean of Swap Shop, but you have been working at Food Lion in Havelock, is that right?
Yeah, for about the last, a little more than 2 years.
Okay.
I worked in public or customer service there as a cashier. I loved it. I loved getting the exercise, meeting people, having some social interaction with friends and neighbors. It's a neighborhood grocery store. I just live about a mile from the store, so I enjoyed it. Just about 20 hours a week, just enough for an old guy like me to, keep his hand in the business somewhat, make a couple extra bucks, and that was it.
And so, of course, everybody's, being cautious with the issue of COVID-19, the coronavirus, or we say here at Viewpoints, the Wuhan virus. And you've been wearing a gaiter or a face mask. I'm not sure what you would describe it as. More of a gaiter, right?
Yeah, I think that's what everybody's calling it. It's beyond me. It's just a wraparound that goes around your head. It's got a cloth, copper fit kind of mask. Right. But it has the image, a design on it that has the image of our beloved American flag, and that's where the issue comes in.
And you've been wearing that there at Food Lion for how long?
Oh, since we first were told that if you're going to work here, you have to wear a mask. So basically all summer. Okay. And so apparently that created a stir. It did. Yesterday, one of the managers told me that you can't wear that. And I love these people. First, let me say that. These are good people at Food Lion, honest people. Who serve the community through food banks and through, just good service. So I got nothing against these people. They're wonderful. But I was told you can't wear the mask because someone found it offensive. We don't know who. I don't know who. Don't tell me that. But I said, well, I'm going to have to quit. I've been doing this all summer long. I've been wearing this, and alternately with a Blue Lives Matter, a thin blue line mask. And I said, they said, well, you can't wear that either. I said,
really?
When did this start? I have been told that, this has been policy all along. I don't know that. All I know is they didn't tell me till yesterday. And I said, I cannot work here if that's the case. I'm a veteran. I love my country, and sometimes principles mean more than paychecks. So I'm going to have to go. I think at this point I'm thinking, did I make a huge mistake by posting that on Facebook? Because now it has gone viral. And I'm getting thousands upon thousands, literally, from all over the country, people responding. And you can tell the patriots and the snowflakes very quickly. I have been cursed and damned beyond belief by people who think I have done some kind of huge breach of etiquette, code, flag etiquette, by wearing what they say of wearing a flag. I'm not wearing a flag. I'm wearing a design of a flag, which is also very patriotic. Everybody wears images of flags on clothing, hats, you name it. But all of a sudden, I'm the bad guy for doing that. So it's getting out of hand. But Channel 12 came by today and did a story, and that's coming up sometime this evening, and maybe I'll
which is typical.
See if that looks okay.
Everybody follows the talk station. What can I say? Gary Dean, the reason is because of you, Gary Dean, Dean of Swamp. I understand. We've got some callers standing by. I'm going to get to them very quickly. I'm not going to belabor your time, Gary. You've been very gracious. I am sensitive to your remark you just made a few moments ago, and I'm going to probably close on that. But first, let me start with Ernie and Emerald Isle.
Gary knows who Ernie from Emerald Isle is.
Yeah,
and he's a fellow Air Force veteran, and I thank him for his service, and we're both proud of ours.
Right.
But having said that, I have to tell you, I do not believe in retirement.
Right.
I believe in keep doing what you're doing as long as you can do it
and enjoying it. Yes. Yeah.
And
absolutely.
Yes, as long as you can do it and you enjoy it. However, I respect Gary's position as far as his employment goes. I know where he's coming from. He made a stand, and it might hurt him a little, but guess what? Life goes on.
You know, the interesting thing, Gary, just before you joined us, I was talking with Marjorie Jones Dannenfelser. We were talking about that in relationship to the topic of abortion. The fact that so many people are now hesitant about supporting pro-life. I think that what we have here, sadly, is an effort to bully you into submission in some fashion. The fact that, to Ernie's point just a moment ago, you stood your ground, you made your statement, you felt that this is important to you. The fact that this bothers people is disappointing. Let me go to Bob in Morehead City. Bob, welcome to the program. Of course, as I mentioned, Gary Dean with us this afternoon. Yes, sir.
Gary, I got something on the list. No, I'm just joking. What really bothers me is they had probably one person that didn't like a red, white, and blue mask, and yet they took that person's view versus the patron's view or the employee's view. See, that really bothers me. We got the minority in this country trying to dictate and mandate to the majority of this country. That's exactly what this virus did to this country. It burns me up that we're catering to the minority in this country.
Good point, Bob. I appreciate that. I've got another caller, but thank you very much. It's a very good point. He's warned us. He's warned us all summer.
Real quick here?
Yeah, go for it.
The people at Food Lion, had they done this at the very beginning,
exactly
when they mandated the mask, if they had said then you cannot wear this would not be an issue. This would not be a problem. But by waiting all this time and then saying that the reason you can't do it is because somebody was offended, he's right. You have to take a stand, and if you don't, who am I?
Exactly. Bob, thank you very much. Very good point on that. The fact that it's an individual who made a complaint. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Let's go to TJ in Newport. TJ, good afternoon to you.
Gary, I don't believe you're putting up with this mess, but you're a better man than they are. Like I said on Todd Stern's show, I will never buy another Goodyear. I'll never sell another Goodyear tire. And Gary, we're all the way behind you, and I will not. I know they're good people, but I will not go another store like you were working for.
And Gary, I think that this is an issue bigger than just Food Lion. I think it's bigger than just a logle manager.
It's just like the change they can't give him when he goes to a store and the Walmart and New Bern or Havelock or whatever. This is a bunch of bull crap.
Okay.
And we're going through a huge metamorphosis in this country, and it's not fair. That's true. But let me just say this. Food Lion helps the food bank. They help a lot of people in the community. I don't want to see, that become come to a halt because we need these people.
Gary, do you know how much you did for this community from way back in the days till now? And that's what they're going to do to you? I think it's a bunch of bull crap.
Well, God bless you. Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it, TJ. Thanks very much. Gary, I want to end on that because I think that what you just pointed out, this is more than just a company. It's more than just a policy. It's unfortunately, and to Bob's comment, and also to Ernie's, but Bob's for sure, we're looking at a community that wants to cancel diverse thought, diverse conversation. That's what's happening.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I think the fact that Food Lion has a policy, fine. We can acknowledge that policy. I think what's problematic here is that one or two, but maybe just one person made a comment and they felt compelled to respond to that. That's unfortunate.
That's the sad part. And that's when I said, I'm sorry, I have to stand on my principles because my country means more to me than your store.
And that's a one-on-one. They initiated their complaint and the company heard them. You have likewise initiated your complaint, which is a counter complaint, and we hope that the company hears that as well.
I think they're hearing it in tenfold because I've got over 5,000 people right now saying that they're flooding Food Lion corporate offices
my goodness.
with phone calls and texts. So I don't know where this is going, but I'm leaving town.
No, you're not. I need you here Saturday. I'll talk to you later.
I'm sorry. I'll be right back.
All right. Gary, stay on the line. I'm going to talk to you very briefly. I really appreciate your time, as always. Gary Dean, I also want to say, Gary, publicly, you're being very gracious about this as well. Yes, you've made your statement, but you are doing so graciously. That is a compliment to you, to everyone. Thank you very much, Gary. Gary Dean with us, Dean of Swap here on the Talk Station.